We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone, I'm Chetna Mishra and I'm going to start the course which is Power Electronics, which is offered in the 4SEM GTU Electric Engineering Department. So I try to explore full syllabus of the Power Electronics which is given by the GTU. And I'm going to start with chapter number 1, that is a power switching devices, and this is a lecture number 1. So I had divided the first chapter into the number of sub lectures, so we will go through it briefly. So now I am starting with the lecture number 1. So content, so we are going to the definition of power electronics distinct from the linear electronics, that means comparison between power electronics and this and the linear electronics. Then what is the history of the power electronics, where it is started, then power diodes and power converter topology. Okay, so we will go through the first with the definitions. So what is the definition of a power electronics? So basically definition of a power electronic is it is an art converting electrical energy from one form to another form in efficient, clean and compact and robust manner for convenient utilizations. So you can utilize your energy of electrical which is converted into one form to another form robustly, and that is nothing but the power electronics. So when we are going to study the power electronics subject, we have to study the number of sub topics or sub areas when we are studying a power electronics. So first of all, the area is listed here. So first of all, we are going to the power semiconductor devices, in which we studied the physics, characteristic, dry requirement and their protection, optimum utilization for their capacities. Then next we will go to the power converter topology, that means how many converters are available with us, in which the circuit is having a different converters. Then control strategy of the converters. So once you made your converter, you have to control the output, and that for that you have to come up with the strategy, and that is nothing but the control strategy. Then digital, analog and microcontroller involved capacitive and magnetic stored elements like a inductor and capacitor, then rotating and static electrical drives. So this is nothing but the content which we are studying while we are studying a power electronics. So now, what is the difference between the linear electronics and the power electronics? So basically, in a earlier semester, we studying the basic electronics, in which we are studying the transistors. So linear electronics, that means the transistors, and the switching operations, that means power diodes. So here the number of differences are listed here. The most important difference is that when you are working on the linear electronics devices, we have to work on the active zone. We have to select the active zone for the good linearity between the input and output. But when we are studying a switching operation, we will able to avoid the active zone. High losses encountered only during the transient. So switching time only you can have the highest losses. Then saturation and cutoff zone avoided, and it will give the poor linearity. Saturation and cutoff region zone selected, low losses. Correct. The another important is the duration of transistor rating for secondary importance, and duration of transistor rating is optimized. Here you have to optimize your output. So this is the basic difference between the linear operation and why we are referring the switching operation. So these are the difference between the linear operation and the switching operation. Now, uh, what is the history of the power semiconductor devices? So earlier we are using the linear electronics, but when the silicon control rectifier SCR was proposed and produced, then it changed the era, and then the era will begin with the power electronics. So SCR was proposed by Bell Labs and commercially produced by the General Electric in the earlier 50s. And then the converters are going to be utilized power diodes. So after that, the number of diodes were invented and used for the different varieties of devices, for different variety of the power devices. So first is the so this is the tree which gives the variety or classification of power semiconductor devices. So power semiconductor devices is uncontrolled, two types, uncontrolled and controlled types, in which you see that controlled having a rectifier and accessories, uncontrolled is having a regenerative, regenerative and integrated. So what is uncontrolled? When you are able to control your output, that is nothing but when you are not able to control your output, that is uncontrolled. When you able to control your output, that is controlled. Okay, so uncontrolled, you able to design a rectifier which is made of these elements: power silicon, diodes, FRETs and Schottky. Accessories are diodes, generate and move. And then we controlled and regenerative and non-regenerative and integrated type. So in regenerative, SCR, TRIAC, GTU are the regenerative devices, and non-regenerative BJT, MOSFET and IGBT. Integrated IGCT, PIC, intelligent and power module. So these are nothing but the classification of the basic classification of variety of the power semiconductor devices. So we will go through the briefly with the controlled element with the SCR, MOSFET and BJT and IGBT. First, then we go through the power diodes. So basically power diodes is classified in the three manner. Okay, so there's a line frequency diode, fast recovery diodes and the Schottky diode. So this is nothing but decided from the recovery time. So line frequency is a basic type of diode, then slightly more than faster than the line frequency, then we're studying a faster recovery diode, then after that fastest recovery time rectifier, then Schottky rectifier we are studying. So as per this definition for the introduction, line frequency diode is nothing but general purpose rectifier type. The rating is given for voltage rating, current rating, and we are using for the large charge reverse recovery time and time reverse recovery time, which is always given by the designer. Now fast recovery diode is the diode, and fast recovery exponential diodes FRETs have significantly lower charge reverse recovery and time reverse recovery time, and its application is in induction heating, UPS and traction. Now we will talk about the Schottky rectifier, which is the fastest rectifier, being majority carrier devices without any charge reverse recovery time, and it having a conduction voltage hardly equal to the 0.2 volt. This Schottky diode's application is in the SMPS application, switch mode power supply. Okay, then we go through the silicon control rectifier. This is the most important power diode in the thyristor family. So it is nothing but silicon control rectifier. We will study both forward bias and reverse bias um, connection or working of the rectifier. Whenever you give the gate pulse and then you will able to conduct your SCR, then SCR will be conduct. And being a regenerative or latching, it cannot be turned off via the gate terminal, especially at the externally high amplification factor of the gate. So basically there are two types of SCR. Okay, then we will study the MOSFET. MOSFET is nothing but the metal oxide silicon field effect transistor. It slightly is having a low voltage but is having a high switching frequency. Whenever you require the high switching frequency, then you will use the MOSFET. It is popular for the SMPS switch mode power supply. Then for the low frequency where the current drawn by the equivalent capacitance across terminal are small, it can also be driven directly by the integrated circuit. These capacitance are the main hindrance to operating the MOSFET at speed of several megahertz. So in the construction of a MOSFET, we connect it having a we having a characteristic of the capacitance, and that's why you studying the capacitance points are available here. Okay, so at the high current low voltage application, MOSFET offer best conduction voltage specification at RDS on, drain to source on, specification is current rating dependent. Now its higher conduction losses at power frequency and voltage layer district, it's wire this is the disadvantage of the MOSFET. Okay, so whenever you overcome the disadvantage of the MOSFET, you will come up with the IGBT. So when you overcome the disadvantage of a MOSFET, this is nothing but the IGBT. So IGBT is the insulated bipolar transistor. So voltage control 4-lever device. The advantage of the MOSFET drive bipolar main terminal. Voltage drop is the punch through. It having a two characters, punch through and non-punch, trade of non-punch through. Then the IGBT number of advantage does not require protective circuit. It can be connected in parallel without any difficulty. A series connection is possible without any snubber circuit dV by dt. IGBT's most popular device in view is wide rating switching of like 100 kilohertz. So for the wide rating of a frequency available here, most frequently used device is the IGBT. Now GTU full name is the gate turn off thyristor. So you able to turn on your thyristor with the gate, applying the gate, and reverse gate applying to the terminal. You can turn off your GTU. So this is the basic introduction of a GTU. The capability of high frequency operation in the thyristor GTU symbol turn off characteristic will be shown in figure. G2 have the I square T withstand capability, hence can be protected by semiconductor fuse for reliable operation of GTU. Design the gate turn off circuit and the snubber circuit. Okay, so this is nothing basic information about the GTU. Now we'll come with the topology, power converter topology. It is nothing but a DC to DC converter, that is known as a chopper. Function of a chopper is a constant input, then variable DC, and if you have to give the variable DC, then you will provide the constant DC. So this is the symbol of the DC. Then DC to AC inverter, that's a DC to AC, that means it is an inverter. Name of the converter is inverter. It will be convert DC to AC with voltage and desired voltage and frequency. So this is DC, this is AC. AC to DC, that is nothing but the rectifier. AC to enable DC current, so that is AC to DC. Then AC to AC cycle converter, matrix converter, which give the desired frequency AC of desired frequency of magnitude, and this is nothing but the symbol. Now, so this is the basic introduction of the slightly basic introduction of power electronics. So you can go through these questions, basic questions. For highest switching of speed, you can use a MOSFET. Highest voltage rating, current rating, there is SCR. Easy drive features, it is a MOSFET. Can be most effectively parallel than it is MOSFET. Can be protected against the overcurrent with a fuse, that is SCR. Gate of capability with regenerative nature, that is GTU, and easy drive and high power handling capability, is IGTU. So this is kind of questions it can be asked in can ask in objective competitive exam. Okay, so this is nothing but the basic introduction of the power electronics, which we involved this basic introductions, principles, and for the particular application which device is going to be used. So thank you for this lecture. I will come up with the second lecture